Good evening, everyone. This is Brad again from his pre-production studio. I'm Brad Chapman. How y'all doing? The last two times I spoke was more about electronics. But today we're going to talk more about the organic part. What is really, really important? What do audiences really, really want? What do producers want if you ask them straight out? What do you want from me as a singer? They're going to tell you they want feel. So I've posted here the most important skill a singer and a rapper needs is going to be phrasing, feeling, unique style. It's going to be those things. It's not going to be perfectly on pitch or lots of high range or all the things that all the other teachers try to convince you is what you need. It's what they know because they were taught in school, but it's not what you need. What you need is to be able to actually feel in the genre that you're in, and every genre you're in is a different feel. So let's just take something like this song here, where if I sang it really straight, like here's the beat, and I go, "Welcome to your life." You see, that's not how it goes. That doesn't feel right. Listen again. "Welcome to your life." You know, it's like, okay, Brad, that's really cool, but you really need to know what are the inflections or what is the feel of these great artists. And this particular song I'm doing, they were very great artists. So when they do it, it's more like, "Welcome to your life." You see, I'm in between the cracks. I'm in between the beats because I'm feeling the emotion of the song and I'm letting that guide my inflections. Now, I also have created a product. We're going to have a seminar on Sunday at 11 a.m. that you're all welcome to join. And it's going to be online like this. And we're going to actually go over how this procedure works, where you'll actually be able to figure out how people actually become stars, because it's not what you think. And quite often it is an accident for them. But nowadays it doesn't have to be an accident. Nowadays we have the technology to actually figure out how to do it. If anybody have any questions, I'm seeing here, thanks Mike for saying this is awesome information. Yeah, as a guitar player, you're right on. You're right on. It is a vital tool for guitar players. Guitar players are better at it though. I was a guitar player for many years, and I would sit down with the record and cop the licks off, and I would get them much closer than I ever did with singing. Because with singing, I would just sing along with the original artist, and I would find that that really wasn't doing what I thought it was doing. It took me a lot of years to figure that out because I was kidding myself singing along with a record thinking I was doing it the way they did it. No, you've got to do more of a methodology. You've got to actually hear what they do. So on Saturday or Sunday, we're going to slow it down. We're going to really take a look at it and figure out what it is that we're doing. You're welcome, Ginger. You're welcome, Mike, again. And you know, feel for guitar players, drummers, basses, keyboardists, you know, it's all really important because as a singer, my band or the music that I'm singing with is my wings. And if those wings aren't very good and they don't have very much feel, then I'm not likely to have very much feel myself. So if they all have great feel and great emotional expression, then I'm going to have it too, and then we come at you as a team. And then you're like, wow, I just really had an experience listening to that record. Or, wow, I just want to stand up and give a standing ovation because I really had an experience. You know, I mean, yes, feel can be taught. Yeah, I know people don't believe that. But I teach it every day. Now, feel and emotional expression is something that I have to do one-on-one with people because when we're working on that, you're an individual artist. And an individual artist has to keep his own opinion. So I ask a lot of questions, you know, and especially if you're a songwriter, I may ask you a question about a sentence, and you might think, oh, I know what it is because I wrote it, and then you look at it and you go, you know what, I don't really know what I meant here. I have seen that happen so many times. So that is really an excellent question, and especially you can get the feel of how each different genre works. So let's say that you're trying to learn folk genre. Well, with the program I've developed, you'll be able to really study and feel that and start to sound like folk artists And then if you want to do cover gigs, you get better audience response, you get paid more money because you sound a lot more like the record, and people love that because they really believe in you. And then if you've got originals, then you can throw those in. People are doing this on YouTube all the time. Problem is they don't really sound that much like the record. But I've talked to several people, and when they do sound more like the record, they get a lot more likes. Now that might piss you off as an artist and say, well, that's not very artistic. But it's just a way of marketing yourself. So that when you throw in your originals, people believe in you. They say, hey, this person is great already. I know they are because they just sounded like Jason Derulo or, whoever you've covered. So this will help you with that. And rap is the same thing. Okay? Braxton Cox has asked me pointers to rap. Rap is more about rhythm than singing, but you know what? You guys have had a big effect on the way modern singers sing. We sing a lot more rhythmically now. We cut things short. But let's say you're in a rap and you're just going, I can't think of any rap songs, but if you're just spitting out rhythms, the audience is going to start getting really bored. Those words that you're rapping have got to mean something to you, and you've got to feel them. Now, when you learn from another rapper, which you can put on this program, then you will be able to, again, pick apart what's Drake doing. How is, where is that feel coming from that's driving the women crazy? You got to really take a look at that. Or, any of the other famous rappers that you like. That's how you're going to figure it out. You've got to have a program that will really, really help you hear what it is that they're doing that is different than you're doing. And then through this program, you'll be able to record yourself, and you'll be able to see how well you're matching. And then if you're an artist, you can take that information and just put it in your own style. But if you're a cover artist, you can really impress people at karaoke or at a wedding or wherever. Okay, how do you sing with emotions? This is a great question, Ginger. Hi, Monet. She's great, man. We've been on several things together. It's really nice to have her here. Okay, Ginger. How do you sing with emotions is not as simple as me just answering a question. What I have to do with people, and 99% of the singers out there don't sing with very much emotion. They're too caught up in thinking that, honest delivery, David, that's right. They're too caught up in thinking, well, what's this note? What's that note? Am I in pitch? What is my rhythm? Vocal teachers are terrible at making you think about things like that. And if you're not thinking about what does this story mean to me, how can you feel anything? You can't. So the skill that you have to get, which is what I coach people to do, is to totally keep your mind in the story at all times. At all times. I'm not kidding. If you hit a flat note, you didn't notice. If you were behind the beat and you didn't want to be behind the beat, you still didn't notice because you are just singing those lyrics. But it's a process and it's a skill like anything else. And the people that we admire quite often are just very lucky. They were very young, and instead of thinking about pitch and rhythm like most of us do, they only thought about emotional expression, such as my old client, Anita Baker. She wasn't taught to feel like that, even though I helped her with it. But that came from her whole life of listening to other people that sing with emotions and feel. Black gospel churches are great places to learn how to sing with emotion because the preachers are like, hey, man, you're great. Let's go. We're going to sing about God, and you're going to blow your voice up. And, everybody gets all excited and wound up, and they get all emotional. And that's really what singing is about, even back in the opera days. Even though that's gotten lost, it was about the story. They were actors and actresses telling a story. The music was a lot like music we even hear still today in our TV shows and movies. It was to complement the story and give you an idea of what's going on with it. So thank you again so much. I did put up the URL for the program if you want to take a look at it. And again, you're certainly welcome to come Sunday morning at 11 Pacific time, and just click on, find the event on my page, Brad Chapman, vocal pre-producer, find the event on there, and then that'll give you information to how to get in and how to be on it. So it can handle 500 people. We're going to be doing something almost like this, except for there's going to be people all watching, and people will be able to ask questions. We may even do some demonstrations with different people. So it's going to be really cool, but we will be limited to 40 minutes, so we'll be going through it quickly. So good night, everybody, and I love you all.